Yesterday, I made a video defending and bigging up Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing and saying how they're going to be pros dealing with the Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos title shot. But guess what? I don't care or back up any promoter in the world or kiss up to any promoter or boxer. Guess what? I don't care about any promotion company. I don't care about any boxing platform. I don't care about any boxer. I just say it like it is. Well, what I see is what I say. I break news in the most unbiased way possible. We all, of course, have a certain type of bias, but at least I go into my videos with the attempt and intent to not be biased. So this news, I found out about it. Well, what are we today? October 7, October 8. We're October 7. I found out about this news today on October 7, this fight. I mean, the video will be shown in the following week because this is the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 3 week, and I don't want to make any other heavyweight videos that don't have to do with this topic. So, Dillian Whyte has a rematch clause against Otto Wallin. Come on, bro. This is getting ridiculous. Matchroom Boxing has stalled the heavyweight division ever since June 1, 2019. And we're about to end 2021 with their rematch clauses. First, it wasn't Alexander Povetkin getting a title shot straight away at the WBC champion. No. He had to give Dillian Whyte a rematch. It wasn't Andrew Ruiz Jr. He can go in and unify immediately with Deontay Wilder. No. He has to give Anthony Joshua rematch. Then after Joshua wins the rematch against a very, very fat Andrew Ruiz, loses again immediately after beating Ruiz to Alexander Usyk. And he got whitewashed. He got his ass whooped from pillar to post. And I predicted, I was on the fence, and I said if I had to choose, I'd choose Joshua by split decision because this fight was going to be close, and I was wrong. I'm going to come up here and put up my hand and say I was wrong. And I was wrong about the Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin fight. Put up my hand. But I predicted that Andrew Ruiz would stop Anthony Joshua. I predicted that fight. I told everyone, Andrew Ruiz has so fast hands. And he punches with his opponent. And he has a very good chin. I was actually mesmerized, completely shocked when I saw Joshua drop Ruiz. I didn't see it because I thought Ruiz was that much better than Joshua. But when Ruiz stopped Joshua, I was not surprised one bit. Because I predicted it. I was wrong about the Povetkin versus Whyte 1. I was wrong about Usyk versus Joshua 1. I was wrong about both those fights. I thought Joshua and Whyte would both win. But on the Andrew Ruiz fight, my own family was laughing at me when I told them Ruiz is going to be too fast for Joshua. Like, this fat ass is going to be too fast for Joshua. I know you know about boxing, but you're wrong on this one. And I was right. His hands are way too fast for Joshua. He's going to punch with Joshua. Joshua, for some reason, fights like he's Mike Tyson without having the dimensions, the speed, and stamina of Mike Tyson. Instead, he should be fighting like the Klitschko's, but more preferably like Lennox Lewis. A mixture of both styles. Very fluid. Like, if you ever want to go see a complete fighter, especially at the heavyweight division, go watch Lennox Lewis, especially from 97 till 2003. That part of his career where he refined all of his tools. Go saw how he beat Shannon Briggs. Go saw how he destroyed Andrew Galata and Michael Grant. 2 fights where people thought he was going to get his ass whooped. 2 fights where people were underestimating Lennox Lewis. He fought tall guys by his height, and guess what? He put both hands up and went right at them, knocked them the out. That's how Joshua should take approach. But he doesn't. He thinks he's Mike Tyson at one point, then he thinks he's Floyd Mayweather. Let me try to outbox Usyk. I don't know what he's thinking. Dillian Whyte, in my opinion, lost in the first Chisora fight. And I know a lot of people agree with me on that one. My opinion, lost the Oscar Rivas fight and was dropped. In my opinion, he lost the Viners Vach fight. And you can make an argument he lost the Joseph Parker fight. I was not scoring the fight. It was a very entertaining fight. I was not scoring it. Guess what? I'm going to stop everything I'm doing right now, and I'm going to go rescore that fight. And guess what? He gets a rematch clause against Otto Wallin. Why? Why? Why do you guys stall up the heavyweight division? Why is Eddie Hearn ruining boxing? He was such a sign of fresh, he was like fresh air. He was a new breath to boxing. He was putting on tough fights, nice competitive fights. But what's the point if you put on the competitive fights with rematch clauses? Like, let's say Otto Wallin beats Whyte. And then he has to rematch Whyte. And then they get a draw. And then they get a third fight. What? A 2-year saga about 9 title fights? Come on, bro. Why are you doing this to boxing? Why do you... Okay, Andrew Ruiz, let's say there was a reason. Because it was a short... The fight was on short notice. And Andrew Ruiz was not a mandatory challenger. Let's give you a pass on that one, Eddie Hearn. But what about Usyk, a mandatory challenger? Why? Usyk should be looking forward to fighting the Wilder versus Fury winner, or getting rid of his potential. Like, Joe Joyce is his mandatory challenger. He should get rid of him. Hrgovic is going to be a mandatory challenger soon. He should fight these two guys. I think both Joyce and Hrgovic have higher chances of beating Usyk than Joshua. Joshua cannot beat Usyk. Usyk is going to be better the second fight. Joshua is going to be worse. Joshua, this is 4 fights. He's been taking hard punishment. He took punishment in the Dillian Whyte fight. He took punishment in the Alexander Povetkin fight. He took punishment in the Vladimir Klitschko fight. He took punishment in the Andrew Ruiz fight. And actually, there's a 5th fight. But we could say he has 3 fights where he took grueling punishment. Let's forget about the Povetkin and Dillian Whyte fights, because they only had success at certain points of the fights. Let's put those to the side. Let's just look at the... What's this called? What's their names? What's the names? I just mentioned them. The Vladimir Klitschko fight. That was a hard beating that he took in rounds 5, 6, and 7. Hard beatings. Most guys would have been knocked out. What about the beating he took against Andrew Ruiz? That was a punishing beating. What about the beating he just took against Alexander Usyk? I thought he was going to quit after round 7. In my eyes, I thought he was going to quit, because he got hit that much. Just in round 1, he got wobbled like 4 times. In round 3, I thought he was about to get knocked out. He did have a competitive stretch between his round 4 and 6. I thought he only won round 6 out of those 3 rounds. Watching it live, I thought he won 5 and 6. But rewatching it, I only give him round 6. Then round 7, he got bamboozled to the point. Just absolutely in boxing, not in regular terms, because I don't like to say that about any guy doing this to any guy. But in boxing terms, he got raped in round 7. Alexander Usyk raped Joshua in round 7. Round 8, he was a bit more competitive, but I still thought Usyk won that round. Watching live, I gave it to Joshua. Well, rewatching, I gave it to Usyk. Then rounds 9, 10, 11 was all Usyk. Round 12, I gave it a 10-8 round for Usyk, because the rope saved Joshua. I thought the referee was about to stop the fight if the bell wasn't ringed 7 seconds early. I thought when the referee stepped in, it was about to be fight's over. We don't want to see you get knocked out. Cold and forever fans. What's the point of a rematch? Why are Dillian Whyte and Otto Wallin going for a rematch? This is crazy. Crazy. And what, does Joseph Parker have a rematch clause against Derek Chisora? So they're going to spend 2 years fighting each other? Fuck it. It's crazy. This is crazy. Oh, I got a question. Does Alan Babbage have a rematch clause against Lucas Brown? It's fucking... Like, what's that guy's name? Not Lee Selby, the other small guy. Josh Warrington. He got his ass whooped by... I don't know. The name escapes me here. Give me a second. Bear with me. Who's the guy that whooped Josh Warrington? I think he's a Mexican, Argentinian, or Mexican. Not sure. Mauricio Lara. Mauricio Lara whooped Warrington. But they had a rematch. Round 1 looked like Warrington might be able to win the fight. But round 2 it looked like the first fight all over again. What does Warrington do? Intentionally headbutts Lara. The fight gets called off. Technical draw. We're sorry, guys. We might not have the rematch, though. Since this time we got away without losing, we're not going to have a rematch. You see how this works one way? Eddie Hearn wants to have a monopoly on boxing, which is just wrong. That's the problem for only having one powerful promoter in a certain region. That's why we gotta pray that Frank Warren and that guy, that new Jewish guy that has the promotional company Boxer. I'm not sure if it's Israeli or not, but I know that he's working with Sky Sports. That guy, we better pray that he gets big in boxing. So we have competition. Not just one guy with a full monopoly on boxing in a certain country. In UK right now, it's the second biggest country for boxing. For heavyweights, well, no. Alexander Usyk just beat Joshua. And by the time this video comes out, Deontay Wilder could have just beaten Fury. So we can have the unified champion as Usyk and the lineal champion and the WBC champion as Wilder. And the UK would have no say in boxing anymore, heavyweight boxing. I don't dislike UK fighters. It's the exact opposite. I'm a big fan of UK fighters. All the YouTube boxing channels I watch are based in the UK, other than Richard Dwyer. I watch Shout Out to Hatman Strikes Back. I watch G-Man Boxing. I watch Blue Collar Sports. I watch Boxing Meets and Rhymes. All four of these guys are UK channels. Oh, I watch Chris Andre. That's 5 UK channels. I do watch Richard Dwyer as well. That's the only American channel I watch. So I like the UK knowledge on boxing. I like the UK style in boxing. I was a big fan of Kell Brook. But it would bring a smile to my face if Eddie Hearn lost control of the heavyweight division. Because he's ruining it. I'm about to post that meme about that guy saying, "You're ruining it." You guys know what I'm talking about. Eddie Hearn, stop ruining boxing, bro. Dillian Whyte should not have rematch clauses. Who the fuck is Dillian Whyte? Literally, he's the mandatory challenger, not the champion. Well, this rant went on long enough. Let me know what you guys in the comments below. Rate from 1 to 10 how much you guys hate Eddie Hearn. Let me know. If you guys enjoy my rant style with my boxing channels, like and subscribe. And if you guys don't, go fuck yourselves. Sadiq Boxing out.